Enjoy this time lapse of a kawaii skull demon casting spells under the full moon while you listen. If you'd like to purchase this design on a t-shirt, the link is in the description below. The ultimate truth of the universe. We've been searching for the truth of the universe as a human species for a long time, and if you've seen the movie or read the book Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, you may know the answer to the universe, but you may not remember or know the question. No, I'm just joking with you. So today we're going to be talking about witchcraft, religion, the truth of the universe, and the different ways to spot if something is actually true for you or if it is a facade held up by multiple people and is really something that other people would like you to believe for one reason or another. So I grew up religious, and I wanted to find the first religion, the key to spirituality, the common denominator between all spiritual beliefs, because I thought that if I could get to the root, the first one, then I would be able to see what was actually true, what was first handed down by God or aliens or whatever the hell handed religion or spirituality down to us. I really thought that I was going to be the first one. I thought that I was going to figure it out. And because I had a background in religion, in Western religion specifically, my view on how to find out truth was very skewed by Western ideologies. And just as a preface, I'm not one of those people that think that everything that Western society has done is terrible and Asian countries and everything is so much better and blah, blah, blah. No, not like that. I'm way more grounded, and I don't subscribe to ideologies like that so blatantly, I guess you could say. I'm not typically an all or nothing kind of person. I'm very much a devil's advocate, logical person, even though I am a witch and I have had many mystical experiences. So my history of trying to understand and define truth was very flavored or colored in by kind of like the scientific method. It was a very Newtonian way of thinking. And I say that to say that I thought that the correct or the truth would be also synonymous with proven to work. And that's what I want to get into now. With witchcraft in particular, and philosophy, there is a difference between what someone would think is correct and what has been proven to work for that practitioner. Long story short, truth is very subjective. Your perception of reality is very subjective, and it's personal to you. This can be explained in the Hermetic principle of all is mind. We can't know the truth of the universe because there's not one truth to the universe. You can know your truth, but that truth can still change. In my opinion, religion is very much of the type of organization that looks for the ultimate truth in something. It's either true or it's false. Ironically, whenever you start to argue about whether something is true or false, you can very easily miss the mark of why you're arguing. The point of truth or falseness is to find usefulness, is to find if it is proven to work. But if nothing is being tested, and you're arguing for truth's sake, you've then become a slave to your ego and man-made concepts. And this is how we get faith wars and things like that. Basically, witchcraft is of the mindset that if it works, it's true. If it doesn't, then it's not. But here's where people can get super controlling over other people. You can only experience your reality through your own perception. So what you perceive to be true or to work is what you alone perceive to be true. You can't speak for anyone else's experience, therefore you can't speak for the collective experience or the collective truth or the truth of the universe. You can tell people what you have experienced and what you believe, but no one can adopt that belief or experience that thing as true until they let you in, basically, until they let your belief affect their perception of their reality. There are some things that generally work, like through the human psyche, and those are the things that have been written down, tested, and proven over and over and over again to work for most people. But if you were to try something like that, something that was written down in an ancient book of shadows, and et cetera, it's worked for so many people, and it doesn't work for you, that doesn't mean that it's not true for other people. It doesn't mean that it didn't work for other people. People can get really messed up about understanding what's true and what's not, because they look at it through the scientific method in the way that it's like, if it's been proven to be untrue multiple times, then that means point blank it's untrue. But the reason why magic is so complicated is because you're not accounting for all of the factors. You're not accounting for your personal experience on this earth. You're not accounting for your personal trauma, your personal shadows, the shadows of the person who lives in the house next door to you. The reason why magic is so complicated is because one of the factors is you as a person, and people are complicated. Perhaps in the future we can design an AI that doesn't have a complicated psyche to do magic, and maybe that would work. I don't know. But, it's designed by a person who has a complicated psyche. So magic is complicated, and somebody left a comment under one of my videos, and they wanted me to do a video of witch tips and I think I remember small rituals or something that somebody can do every day as a witch. And for a while I was like, yeah, that's a great idea, I'll do that. But I think that I'm probably not going to do that, and here's why. Being a witch, being a magic practitioner is a very personal thing. What I do every day, I'll share my morning ritual routine. That's not that big of a deal to me. But what I do in my day-to-day, it's very personal to me, and also it's not going to make sense if I try to explain it to you. And the reason it's not going to make sense is because it's a perception thing. I perceive things as being rituals. I perceive things as being filled with magic. And that's because of my experiences, because I've been practicing for so long. This is one of those things in magical practices where it's literally just about experience. It's not like it is in Harry Potter or some other kind of thing that you've watched. You can't just say bippity boppity boo and something happens. It, like I said before, it has to do with your personal psyche. You have to figure out your own way of channeling that specific type of energy to do that thing. You quite literally have to look your demons in the eye and work with them. Whether that's a figurative or a literal demon, that's up to you, whatever you believe. You don't have to believe in demons or whatever, or angels or spirits or whatever. There are a ton of people on the internet and with books and stuff like that that will teach you these rituals that can help you on your journey. I'm not one of those people. I am very focused on philosophy, the way to think, and the way to unravel your mind in a way to let your true intention out, because that has been my struggle with witchcraft, etc. I think searching for the absolute truth is a goose chase that your ego sends you on so that you don't have to look at your own demons and your own shadow. Witchcraft is not all shadow work, but I'll be damned if it ain't mostly. If you're interested in joining me on my magical journey and exploring the art of magic and the magic of art, subscribe to this channel and I will see you next time. Oh wait, I almost forgot.